Batman Catwoman issue 2, which is the second issue of the 12-part miniseries for DC's Black Label, written by Tom King, and we all knew and we all know that I wasn't a big fan of the first issue. I just wasn't. I just felt like there was no structure, there was no narrative. These three different time periods between the first issue felt it was just happening without no fluidity and making common sense towards it. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to read all 12, maybe it'll make sense over at the end. You never know, maybe it'll make a little sense at the end, And I read the second issue, right? And it's less of the same, but more of the same issues. Still, it feels like Tom King is trolling everyone and making page 5 page 2 and making page 1 the last page. It just felt so jumbled up in the structure of it. There's scenes in this issue that feels half done. Like, there's a scene between Batman, Catwoman, Joker. I'm not going to say what it entails, but I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, what is going on? Like, you're just cutting a scene. Like, you're just like, okay, we'll stop there and we'll solve it next month or the next couple of months. But here's the scene between Batman and Catwoman. I was like, no. I get what you want, and it's Black Label. You can make it at least 40 pages. I mean, Jesus, right? But there was so fluid. I mean, here's the thing. Out of all the stories in the world, in this issue, the one that I was more intrigued about was, and I found the more interesting out of the bunch, was the Selina and Joker stuff, where you have, last issue was this elderly man, and you like, who's this elderly man, and that Selina's talking to, and it turns out it's the Joker, and that I thought it was interesting. I kind of like that, because it's essential. It's both of them doing the whole thing of, oh, Selina, you remember the good old days? The good old days. Like, I remember, and that, I was like, okay, these two characters recognizing what they were, what they are, what their lives were, and that kind of thing. I was like, okay, that's kind of neat. But the other two moments, like, this part with this dude and Selina, there's like the middle-aged Joker and Selina that makes like her saying "fuck you, Joker." I like that fucking cat. I'm like, what? He killed the cat? What's the context here? And the main story is like, Andrea Beaumont is doing her thing. She is saying to people that their angel of death is awaiting, and all that whole thing. The best thing about this issue, and probably the entire series, is me recommending Masters and Phantasm like 12 times at the same time. Once again, if you haven't seen Masters and Phantasm, it is probably the best or the second best Batman movie ever fucking created. And I said that, and those are fine words, and be better the ones being on the big screen. It is a bloody good movie. But yeah, I mean, this series so far is just a jumble mess. Just a jumble, uneven mess, to the point when certain things happen, I'm like, meh, really. I'm just meh. Sorry to show, I mean, a licorice chocolate bullet, so.